Sanjeev, am I audible?
Yes, Vivek.
Right, perfect. Pratha, shall we start?
Yes, Vivek. We can start now.
All right, great. Thank you so much, everyone. Good morning. My name is Vivek, and I am the channel sales manager, and I take care of India and Southeast Asia business for Boyam IT Solutions. I have been joined by my colleague, Sanjeev Verma. He's the solution consultant for the APJ region. And as the title suggests, we are going to deep dive into Produmex WMS with SAP Business One, which is a smart and advanced warehouse management solution for SAP Business One customers. So let me quickly present my screen and I'll take you through a quick introduction of Boyam IT Solutions as an organization, and then a couple of slides on Produmex WMS as a solution, and then I will hand it over to my colleague Sanjeev. Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yeah, yeah, you're visible.
Perfect. All right. So how do you streamline your warehouse operations with WMS? So that is the key thing. What we will go ahead and see. As I said, my name is Vivek. I'm the channel sales manager for India and Southeast Asia business. So who's Boehm IT? And what is our vision and mission? So our vision is, of course, to inspire companies globally to achieve sustainable growth and a competitive advantage, not just today or now, but also in the future. And we want to keep doing that and keep achieving that sustainable growth with our customers, with our partners. And our mission is to be the most professional partner in across the ecosystems that we operate in, and to become the most reliable supplier of the product value chain solutions that can solve and provide or put an impact on the businesses of the SMEs. So this is a quick timeline of Boyam IT Solutions, what we have done over the years. So we started off the business in 2003. We became the value-added reseller for SAP Business One. And in 2007, we became the SSP, or as you call it as ISV, the independent software vendor, with our proprietary or flagship product called B1 Usability Package, which falls under the horizontal solution category. Then in 2016, we acquired a solution called BIAS Manufacturing, which falls under the category of the vertical solutions that we have under the portfolio. And in 2018, we acquired another solution, which we are going to talk about today, which is Produmex. And under the Produmex umbrella, we have two categories of solutions. One is the Produmex Scan, which is a basic scanning tool for SAP Business One. Another one is Produmex WMS, which is a much more advanced warehouse management solution that we are going to look at today. Uh, in 2020, we launched Cloud Apps, and then in 2022, we acquired another solution. In 2023, we acquired a solution called Perfian PIM, which is a product information management solution to manage your product data for seamless e-commerce operations. In 2024, we acquired a solution called Netronic Manufacturing, which is mainly to for the production scheduling of the businesses. Now, coming on to the product value chain that we have. So right from the innovation stage, right from the idea stage through to production, quality, logistics, and launch, we have introduced different solutions. And we are focusing on the logistics part today because we are going to talk about the Produmex WMS solution. So what we are trying to do as a company is we are trying to bring and we are helping the customers to bring their products to life. So if you have an idea of launching a product or bringing your product to your customers, how do you do that with different sort of solutions we have, and we are trying to help you as a customer to bring those products to life. So we are trying to connect people with a purpose, and we are trying to empower the dreams that you have to transform your products into extraordinary lifelong experiences. Now let's talk about Produmex WMS. So uh, There are three elements of what is Produmex WMS. So why, how, and what. So at Boyam IT, we understand that every great product starts with a vision. From the very first raw materials entering your production line to the seamless on-time delivery of finished goods, our warehouse management solution is specially designed to empower your entire supply chain. So what we provide is the intelligent end-to-end logistic solutions that can streamline your operations, increase efficiency, and maintain the highest standards of quality throughout the process. Whether it's managing your inventory, optimizing picking, or ensuring accurate shipping, Produmex WMS supports you at every step of the way. So your products come to life exactly as you envisioned at the beginning. Now comes the how part. How do you do that? So at the heart of success lies efficiency, and we know that. And with Produmex WMS, we empower you to work smarter by streamlining your workflows, simplifying your complex processes. Produmex WMS creates a reliable, transparent environment for you where every step is optimized for accuracy and speed. Now comes the what part. So Produmex WMS is designed to elevate your entire logistics operation, ensuring every product is handled with precision and care. By enhancing your warehouse processes, we are helping our customers maintain accuracy, speed, and reliability from inventory management to the final shipment. And this entire operational excellence translates directly into positive customer experiences like timely deliveries, very few errors, and consistent product quality build trust and satisfaction amongst your customers. Now let's dive into Produmex WMS. Of course, I'll hand it over to my colleague Sanjeev, but before we do that, I just want to share this quick slide from your warehouse to your customer's table, how to get there. So uh, with Produmex WMS, all your critical information from your supplier's incoming goods is fully integrated, making the inbound process not only seamless, but also optimized for maximum speed and agility. Whether you are facing routine operations or unexpected situations, you will always be prepared. So every piece of necessary data or information is available instantly and updated in real time right at your fingertips. This continuous seamless access to accurate information will give you not just the peace of mind, but also the confidence to make the best decisions, informed decisions exactly when they matter the most. Real-time visibility of your inventory is not just a feature. It's the foundation for smarter, faster, and more reliable warehouse management, and hence why we have real-time data insights with Produmex WMS. Now we look at the integrated logistics part. So WMS, what it does is it automates all your critical processes to ensure your products are stored under the right conditions, handled efficiently with principles like FIFO or FIFO, first expired, first out, or first in, first out, accurately labeled and fully traceable throughout the entire workflow. Now, this automation will reduce operational stress and simplify your day-to-day warehouse activities. What's more, there's no need for an additional production system integration. Produmex WMS natively manages complex production aspects such as recipes, disassembly, tracked finished product expiry dates, multiple bill of material levels, time registration, packing operations, and much more. Delivering well-labeled, fresh, and regulatory compliant products to your end customers is not just a process, but it's more than a process. So it's a promise of quality for your customers. And each shipment that meets these high standards directly enhances customer satisfaction. When your customers know they can rely on you to consistently provide products, it builds trust that goes beyond a single transaction. And this trust of your customers strengthens your reputation and fosters long-term loyalty, turning customers into advocates of your brand. So that was a quick introduction of Voyam and the product that we are going to look at today, which is Produmex WMS, as I said. And now I'll hand it over to my colleague Sanjeev, who will navigate us through the product and show us what and how exactly Produmex does what I've just talked about in a nutshell. Over to you,
Yep.
Sanjeev.
Yeah, thanks, Vivek. let me just quickly share my screen. Since Vivek has taken care of the bigger chunk of, you know, slide explanation, I won't go much into it. Maybe just one slide explaining what all features you get out of, what all modules are available in Produmex. Just a quick explanation slide. Um, so we've segregated this into two buckets. One would be the orange bucket, which takes care of all the basic functionalities such as goods receipt, put away, GS1 compliant labeling, picking, packing, shipping, internal logistics, your traceability, inventory reporting, all of those are taken care. And you must understand all of these activities are done through your handheld devices right in your warehouse. So the whole point of going or moving to a system is to make your transactions paperless, and uh, our external device, the handheld device that you're going to use to scan the products and create the goods receipt and whatnot, are seamlessly integrated with SAP Business One in the backend. And you will see that whatever you do is affected in real time in the database. Similarly, then we have the advanced module. Again, you have the ability to pick and choose what you want. So if, let's say, you're not a 3PL company, then you don't need to go to with the 3PL module. And similarly, we have warehouse automation, EDI integration. You have your serialized batch management. You have your quality control statuses that come with the Produmex system, bulk and credence, first in, first out, first expiry, first out management. All of these are part of your Produmex system. So that's about how much I'm going to speak on a particular slide. Now, I think we've spoken a lot about it. That's time to actually see Produmex in action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, or rather, I'm going to go through three processes. As Vivek had mentioned earlier, there's inbound logistics, there's internal logistics, which is your transfers within your warehouse or inter-warehouse or intra-warehouse. Then we have outbound logistics again. Inbound is when goods come in, outbound is when you deliver or transfer goods to an external uh, party. So these are the three major processes that we're going to see. The inception point would obviously be from SAP Business One. So when it comes to inbound logistics, we're going to create a purchase order. And on the basis of purchase order, you're going to see how Produmex is going to automate your warehousing part of it, the inflow of goods. So I'll just quickly select a supplier. I would select the items. I'd select two items and give them different quantities, 10 and 20. And that's pretty much it. That's all I need to do from an data entry point of view. Now we'll be switching over to the Produmex interface. So since this is an online meeting, I can't physically show you. We're going to use the help of an emulator. An emulator is nothing but this simulates all the activities actually done by the warehouse person on the handheld device, on the screen of the hand, either a touch screen or through scanning, or how they want to go about it. So every user will have, every user would have their own username and ID. And since we are speaking about inbound logistics, the purchase part is primarily split into two activities. One would be the reception. One would be actually loading the items onto your shop floor, onto your warehouse floor, and then moving it to its actual storage location. So we call it reception and put away process. So if you go into the purchase tab, you can see there's reception and put away. So let's receive the items that you can see over here. and we receive it through the dock. So docks are nothing but entry gateways to your warehouse, and we'll see which warehouse we've selected. We selected bin warehouse. So the dock relating to bin warehouse, we're going to select. I think this is the reception dock. And again, we have 4 different options. We can base it on an order. We can base it on a GS1 code, like a simple scan, and system will understand all that is to understand about that product. If your item already comes with a GS1 compliant label from your supplier. If not, then we have container, or we can simply do a direct GRPO against no PO. So all 4 options are available. Right now, since we've created the order, we'll go against the order. And you can see all the orders will be listed. So our order 212 is listed here. So there's a very commonly asked question where what do people do when the warehousing team has no idea what is the order number or what is the reference document that is in there in the SAP system in the background. Then we have this option called auto select, where you simply tell against which supplier and what are the items that have received. System will automatically match it on the basis of open purchase orders that are available in the system. So it works in a first in, first out way. So the earliest open one will be given priority. So you can use that. Since we know, we'll just go with the PO which is already there. So again, if so all of these screens, now whatever repetitive screens that you're going to see, certain of them are a choice of your making, as in if you choose to enter in the supplier reference number, which is nothing but the your supplier invoice number. If you want that as a reference, you want someone to scan it or someone to enter it before they start taking against this one, we have the ability to do it. So we can give the supplier reference number, and against this number we have the ability to go select the product. So system will ask me, you can either scan the product, scan the barcode which is already available in the product. If it doesn't there, if it's not there, then you have the ability to select it. So let's say I scan RM002. System automatically brings up that product, and system pre-assigns the quantity which I'm looking for it. So this is a non-batch managed or non any sort of item. So it directly gets into the quantity section. Had I managed it, was this a batch managed item or a serial number managed item, there would be a screen before that shows this. I'll show that to you in the next item. So system asks you have the ability to partially receive, or with proper control and with proper authorization, you have the ability to over receive as well. So if we want, we can block that, of course. And once we received, system asks you, are there any other products on the logistic unit that are not scanned? Like against this product, are there anything else? And if I say no, then system automatically gets into the label printing side if you've set, and if that's something that you want to do at reception. So system automatically prints the label. This is just a standard out of the box format which is available. You can choose your own, of course. It's just a crystal layout. You have the ability to design however you want. So you have the purchase order, SSCC code, the reception date, best before date, whatnot, and the barcode that scans the batch number and the SSCC code. That's totally up to us how we want to handle that. And then we have, and then if I say I don't want to reprint the label, then system asks you to go to the next logistic unit. So again, when you select the product, system knows there's only one more item left against the purchase order. Then you select the item. See, like I told you, this is a batch managed item. So here I've kept automatic batch numbering suggested by the system. If you want to keep that manual, that's up to you. If you want to keep it automatic, that's up to you. However you want, whatever sequence or whatever, it can be based on a particular logic that you give. So based on that, system will give you a batch numbering, and we select the batch, we select the quantity of items that we've received, and we do the same exercise once again. System again goes ahead and prints the label once again. You can see that there's a batch part here as well. The batch number label is an SSCC code. You then pull it out, stick it on the box or the carton, and then you click no. And after this, system understands that we've received the last set of item against this PO. And then in the background, automatically it's creating a purchase, a GRPO. So if I now go and refresh, you can see that this order is closed. And if I open the relationship map, you can see we've received a goods receipt PO against this. System automatically does that with the supplier reference number, with what all items based on the quantity, its storage location, its batch number, its SSCC code, everything is taken care and a part of the system. Now we've done one step of the entire inbound logistics, which is we've received it, we've unloaded it from the truck and we've labeled it. Now it is up to us to actually go and put it away in its original storage location or the storage location it's meant to. So let's go back and create a put away. So put away again. Now it's in that same dock location that we've unloaded it. Now from the dock location, we need to change it. So if you go, you can see that these are the code. So you select the label, you scan the label against it, and system will automatically realize that this is the same SSCC that you're going to use. So system asks you, do you want to move it in one single time? The question here is, do you want to move the entire quantity or is it partially moved to different locations? So if I say yes, then system automatically goes into the next screen where there are three options. You either select a location of your own choosing, or you ask the system which location is empty and based on that you go ahead and place it there. Or if there's a default location given suggested by the system, then you go ahead and put in the default location. You have the option, all these three options to go ahead with. So since there is a default location, I'll just place it there. And then I will scan that location. I'll go to that location, scan it, and the system will automatically place the item for me there. And similarly, I will also take care of the next item so that I can complete this. Now, I will select the location here. I'll go ahead, place that location, and then I'm done with the put away. So now if you take the inventory or let's say the traceability report. So if we go to Produmex, this is also a report that gives you a complete so RM 003, and I select the latest batch, which should be this. You can see the purchase delivery happened on this date at this time, and this is the person who's done this. What is the supply? What is the quantity? Everything. And if you see the movements, you can see it was then later moved on from reception dock to this particular location. And if you want to see the stock amount, you can see how much is that stock of this batch number, whatnot, how many quantity. So you get the complete movement and complete this one. So if there's already an existing batch that you're going to use, you can see what are the movements, what were the deliveries against this, what is the quality statuses, what are the movements, all of those you get. So this is the traceability aspect where every single activity that you do is completely traceable, and you always have the audit of what has happened within your warehouse, right? That being said, I hope you have some clarity on the inbound logistics part. Now let's go into the internal logistics. That's nothing but movement within the warehouse. So there can be multiple reasons for that. Space, constraint. There can be that you want to move certain items. You've temporarily kept some items, because there's some work happening, there's a leakage, just whatever it is, you want to move it from one warehouse to another. That's a standard operation that you do. All of these activities can be monitored and handled through Produmex. So there are two ways. Either you raise like an inventory transfer request, or in Produmex terminology we call it a move order. So it's just like your inventory transfer request, but the only advantage of using a move order is that you get access to all the fields and all the options that Produmex brings into the table. So if you take an existing one, you can see that we select from which warehouse it is, what is the quantity that you want to send, what is the source storage location it is at, what is the destination storage location you want to send it to, what is the quality status, that what quality status should that item hold when it reaches that, if you want like a new QC check or something of that sort when it reaches there. All of these are done. It's exactly like an inventory transfer request. If you want, you can do this in the backend, and you can create this request in the backend, and the users will get it, their logistic steps. So if you're going to move, if you're going against move order, you can say, okay, these are the open move orders which are available. And I can go select one of these move orders, scan the destination location, scan the item, scan the source location, scan the items, go to the destination location, scan the destination location, and system will automatically consider it moved. That's the usual um, process. But if you say, okay, I don't want, so sometimes the warehouse team must take decisions without, the backend team knowledge, or not knowledge, without consulting, because that's something that they are in. So if they see a leak, they need to move it. They can wait for someone to create all of this. So we have moving ability directly from the handheld devices. So we have something called an ad hoc movement, wherein you do a local move in these four ways. So if it's a full logistic, that means the entire 10 quantities of whatever carton you've received, you can move. The partial logistic move where you take 5 quantities out of the entire carton and move that alone. You have multiple logistic units where you have multiple cartons, you want to move all of them together. You can go ahead with that. Or you can do a bulk move where you have tagged that item as a bulk item, and then you have a separate moving option for all bulk items. So that's what's bulk move. So I'll show you one example. So if you go into partial logistics, so the modus operandi is something of this sort. You select the destination location, you select the item that you want to move, which is available in the RM002. You say how many pieces. The total system will show you what is the total number of pieces available. I say I want to move 10 pieces from 2 to a new SSCC, and I will then select a new location. So I will move it from 234 to 1235, and the items are moved. And you would see, if you go select the item, you can see that this quantity is moved from this location. If it's also a batch managed item, then you have to select the batch as well. So which batch against which batch and what quantity you're moving. So that's simple as this. That's pretty much what I wanted to discuss with the internal logistics. This can be, I mean, the sequence remains the same, only what you want to do differs, from one move to the other. That's about what I wanted to discuss in internal logistics. And now let's go to outbound logistics. So how do we? So we purchased the item. We've moved it to its original storage location, and we found that there's some issue with that. So we've moved it to a subsequent location as well. So we've done all of this. Now the whole point of us procuring items is so that we can either transfer it or sell it to a customer or another business unit of ours. So how do we go ahead and do that? Again, I'm going to use the help of standard SAP Business One sale order. So we'll just sell the same items that we bought, to keep this simple. So what we would do is we would go to the item. We'll select the same items that we've bought. We would say, okay, I want a quantity of 10 and 6. I want to sell this much pieces. I will say I'll sell for 100 euros, this 120 euros. And I would give the delivery date as today, just for convenience. So I do that. And of course, I can always click on this button called get free stock to see whether I can, meet this demand. So the peculiarity of this particular button is that, so in Produmex WMS we have a reservation option. So it's not there in standard SAP where you can reserve certain quantity for a certain sales order. So what quantity you're seeing is the actual stock after all the reservations and all of those. So if there's actually stock available to promise to them, this will show properly. So one, so we do that, and then we then save the sales order. So now the demand source is created as SAP Business One's sales order. Now, how does this instruction pass on to the warehousing team? We have to create a pick list essentially. So how is a pick list created? Pick list is created either directly from the sales order. We have a separate window where we can convert, say, multiple sales orders into a single or multiple pick lists based on how you want to handle it. So I'll just keep it easy right now. We have, before we create a pick list, we have to go through a step called pick list proposal. Pick list proposal is nothing but it's an intermediary step where system, goes ahead and it checks all the stock which is available in your inventory. It then selects the stock or selects the batch which is FIFO or FEFO compliant, and then it suggests that these will be the right stock for you to go ahead and promise this one. It's system's recommendation of which stock is most apt for this particular delivery. So this is a step that you have to go through, and once system suggests that, once you're okay with this, you have the ability to create a pick list. You can then convert this into a pick list. And once you've seen that, you still have the ability. So you're saying if system suggests it, and based on that, you do have the ability to skip an item or choose an alternative stock that is there. But most of the companies at any point of time would go ahead with the system suggested inventory. Once after checking, after giving you the best recommendation, you convert that into a pick list. And from here, now it is the warehouse person's job. So we then again open sales, the sales tab, because it comes under the entire delivery schedule comes under the sales tab. You should also understand one major aspect of Produmex WMS is that there are three sales activities split into three parts. You can pick and choose what you want, of course. There's first picking. Picking, there's no option, you have to do it. And after that, there's packing, and then there is shipping. So if you're a company that picks the item, then packs it together, combines it to a carton or some other logistic unit, you need to go through the packing process, and then shipping process is when you're loading, you scan each item and then load it into a truck. So that's the three parts that we have split into. So let's do the picking part first, where I say this is so you can see the wave number is 3316. You get the customer against the wave. You say, okay, I want to pick this item first. So I go to, system will suggest that I go to this particular location, which would be, so before we go there, so there's a concept called mobile location. Mobile location, nothing but system telling you that this is a cart. What is the system asking? What is a cart, or what is a forklift, or what is the item that what is a machine or the cart that you're using to pick these items? So we have to define them prior to the system, and then you can say this is the item that I'm using. And then system will suggest me to go to this place. I'll go to this dock location or this storage location. I will then scan the item that I want to pick. And against the item, system will tell me this is the quantity that I need to pick. So this much is left. You can pick this item. And I pick this. Then I pick the total amount of item there. Then I have one piece left because, again, like FIFO. So 9 pieces were available, which were bought earlier there. So I finish that, go to the next location, select the product, scan the product. Again, what I'm typing, you do not consider people only scan there. Since I can't do that through an online, this one I'm not scanning. But usually scanning is what happens most often rather than someone sitting and typing. And then I go to the next product, and then system has specified the batch number that I have to select. So I go again, select product. I say RM. I select the product. I select the batch number that I'm supposed to take. And if I don't, so I can go back. If I don't select the right batch number, system will give me an error message. So I can show that to you if you want. So I select another batch number. You can see this. So I need to select the right one, and then system will tell me this many pieces are left. And then once all the items are picked, it's automatically transferred into the cart that we have selected. Now comes the packing process. And packing process, we use a different screen because it's a larger reference, a larger interface. So how we do is, what we do is we pack these items together, and we select the packing line where we're doing it. And how does the system know that what are items you're going to pack is we're going to enter the cart number here. And based on that, system will know what all items you're going to do. Customer 5. I want to start a new logistic unit. And you can see I have a lot of items to pack, but these are the only two ones that I want to pack right now. So I'll pack these two together. I'll say add items. These two will be packed and given a new code. And then I'll say finish logistic unit. And once system will tell me to move it to the shipping dock. Right. So my packing activity is done. The label printing is done at this point of time. It's labeled, it's packed, and it's kept together. Now I'll move that to the shipping dock, and that's a shipping activity. So I go to sales back. I select the shipping activity. I go to the dock that I'm supposed to. I think it is this. Let me just check. Sorry, I selected the wrong dock. Yeah, so this is the dock I'm going to select. So what I'm going to do is when I'm going to load, so how many ever items I have, how many ever packets I've made, I need to scan them because I need to check whether I'm sending the right item to the right person. So I go into this, and then system asks me, okay, then I go and scan the newly packed label SSCC code. I then scan it. System will say it's been loaded. I select, like, these are all additional options like driver name, trailer number, what is the the airway bill number, whatever you want. You have the ability to enter here. You select, and then system creates the delivery notes for us. So we can create delivery notes, packing slip, invoices to whatever level that you want the system to do. So it'll automatically create that. So now if I go into the sales order, and if I refresh this, you can see that the sales order is closed, the delivery note is created, and a packing slip has also been automatically created. The system tells you what are the contents, what is the item, total weight, all of those. And this can be automatically emailed to your customer as well during delivery. So this is the level of integration that we brought into the system. Of course, there's a lot more complication to it. The way how you want to pick the picking sequence, the packing sequence, the deliveries, the automatic creations. How do you handle, what kind of pick list you want? Do you want a normal pick list? Do you want to create a wave? You want a collective pick? You want a zone pick? Again, like I told you, multiple picking strategies. All of this cannot be crammed into a small 40 minutes or a 35-minute session. So I just skim through the outer surface of what Produmex can actually do and what value we can bring onto the table by making uh, all your warehousing processes automated and well integrated with SAP B1. So I hope you've got some insights through this webinar, through the session. And with this, I rest my entire session. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Over to you, Vivek.
Thanks, Sanjeev.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think there were a couple of questions
So we can take this, yeah, we can take this time to.
So the first one was outer packing effect and storage facility under WMS, which I responded as per my knowledge. But if you want to take that one as well.
So, okay. Good morning. Okay. Outer packing effect in storage facility under WMS. Uh, yeah, I mean, we can create. So we can create master cartons. We can create. So like I told you, that is where the SSCC codes come into play. So you simply scan, system understands what is the logistic unit, how many individual items are there, what all batch numbers are there. So all of that can happen in one single scan. And system helps you maintain that entire data and helps your workload as well. So you don't have to individually go and scan each single thing to understand what it is. That is why we have the option called SSCC, and that takes care of the entire inventory. So how can you handle multiple pack sizes in a single? So we do have unit of measures. So again, whatever unit of measures that you have the ability to create, we have the ability to convert it as well. And we take that one step ahead as well. So let me just share my screen once again. So one thing which I haven't mentioned or I haven't shown is the organizational structure or the item master. Like, so if you go into stock manager and item master, we have a separate tab for Produmex. So if you click on the Produmex tab, you get to see what all that comes under this. So you can see against each item you can have, so let's say there is liter to kg conversion for a particular liquid, and there are 5 liquids in your or 50 liquids in your this one that you have to handle it separately. So individually we can handle separate conversion zones for each item in an item master, which is not available in standard SAP P1. So however you want. So if when it comes to pack sizes, we have the ability to create those as unit of measures, and we have the individual ability to say that this is the conversion between first pack size and the second pack size individually at an item level. So that's how we handle pack sizes. Then let me take the next question. So how can we connect GRN after we've received the material? So we've integrated through DI API. So automatically when you click OK, like I showed you in the presentation, if you click OK, after the last step, system will automatically create the GRN for us through backend integration, and you don't have to worry about it. We've taken care of that. How does WMS improve inward, put away, picking, packing, and dispatch? Okay. Nakul has asked a question. I'll just this one. Before that, let me cover the first question. How does WMS improve inward, put away, picking, packing? So first of all, like I told you, like you've seen in the entire this one, it makes it paperless. So you get all the information that you require that warehouse person to know in their fingertips. Based on that, they go ahead scan each item, uh, and then with a click of button, it is updated in the background in your database. So that's how we increase the efficiency. We reduce the time and also make sure that your accuracy is right. Like the items that you receive actually is there in your warehouse. That's how we make sure your backend and your warehouse is in touch. And when it comes to picking, packing, and dispatch, you just saw. First thing that I would like to first thing that I'd like to talk about when it comes to picking, packing is one, the ability of the system to suggest based on FIFO and FEFO and FIFO. Once that itself, once that is under control, then you will have the ability to of multiple picking strategies. So you can go uh, into a zone-wise picking or a multi-picking or an ad hoc picking. However you want, you have the ability to go and do that. Then the third way is, again, all of this is integrated. So someone, when they scan and then they say they've delivered, system automatically creates the delivery and the AR invoice in the background. So again, everything is seamlessly happening through the handheld devices that you will be purchasing or that you're already in use with our system. So that's that question. And how to choose series for GRPO if you have multiple series on the PO and GRPO. There are any configuration for that. So the thing is, it auto selects. So in the background, we have the ability to select which series you want for the particular transaction to happen. You have the ability to select. It's a preset. It's a presetting that you need to give. Once you've set that, based on the instructions that you set, system will automatically follow that for that particular item, right? Based on that, we can do that. Vishnu Vasant Mane has asked, are there any provisions for auto production booking in Produmex? So we do have a production module, yes, but like I told you, uh, if you check out, let me just share my screen. If you check out our production module, you will see that you can pick, like, based on the BOM, system will create a pick list. You can use the picking for production module and pick the items and keep it in this one. Then we can you know a receipt for production. So once we've done that, we have the ability to, from the handheld device itself, issue the items that we've picked and receive the goods. And system will also print out the label for you if you have a production environment. So yes, so base level production. So if it's too complicated, then we'll need to go to our BIAS add-on. But if it's basic assembly or basic, this one, Produmex WMS is more than enough. We have the ability to pick for production. We have the ability to issue items for production and receive the finished goods or semi-finished goods directly from the Produmex tool. All three options are available. So that is two. And answering one minute. Answering Mr. Mohammed Hamza, do warehouse team have access to return in case of receiving? Yes. So what I did not cover is the reverse logistics part. Again, it's too short of a time for me to cover all of this, but we do have a reverse logistics as well. So that includes both purchase returns and sales returns. So system will ask you to, it can be against a delivery or a GRPO based on what is happening, whether it's a purchase return or a sales return. So based on that, you have the ability to select a delivery or this one, or if you've already invoiced, you've done with this and then you're getting this back, you have the ability to create a separate return or this one. And from there, you can go ahead and create an AR credit memo or AP credit memo. So system will take care of the inventory part. You can, then the finance team will need to take care of the AR and the finance part of it. So yes, we do have that option. Coming back to Mr. Arun Acharya, how WMS helps when same material moves multiple times between cold store and plant? Again, I don't see why not. I don't see any issue with that. You can move it how many other points, so you will get complete traceability of how many times it's been moved of the same material, regardless of there's no limitation to how much time you can move an item. You just need to scan it. You need to select the sales source location, scan it, send it to the plant again, and system will have a complete track record of how many other times you've moved this. Complete traceability is available to you as well. So that's how its system will help. So this is if there are no other questions, I don't see any other questions. So I hope I've answered your questions. I hope, and I am really thankful for you to show this level of interest. So this shows that I've we've we were able to make some level of impact with the amount of questions that's come in. So thank you again. If there are any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us by email, by asking for a demo, for a quick session, whatever you want. We are there to help you out. Again, if you want a detailed session to simply discuss the in and outs of Produmex, we are again open to whatever you would like. in order for us to help you out. So thank you. Thank you for your time. This has been a wonderful session. You've been a wonderful audience. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Sanjeev. So as Sanjeev said, I would just like to add a quick thing. If you want a one-on-one session, a detailed session, or analysis of your business, and you want to map your business with Produmex WMS, please feel free to reach out to your partner Inecom, and Inecom can take care of that. And of course, they can invite us on the session as well, and we can take a deep dive of your business and all the gaps and map it with Produmex WMS. And if there are no further questions, let's wrap up for today. And thank you so much for sparing time out for the session today. It was wonderful talking to you all. Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Shraddha. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.